What's up, family? I'm here today to journal some tape reading that I've been doing um today. I did not trade today. Um so I'm going to try to keep this short. I just want to record this for my journal. And it's nice to just be able to talk through it to myself so when I look at it in the future, I can actually see the charts. So, first, I want to point out that this is our new week opening gap over here. And I really wanted to do this video because I wanted to show how it's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the moves all started with the 2022 YouTube model. And it's just beautiful. So, I'm going to start with Monday. I did a video of this on Monday on my YouTube channel and demonstrated that I entered at the bottom of this fair value gap. So I got in on the 1 minute chart though. So if I go to the 1 minute chart, where is it at? The 1 minute chart here. So I took this trade. We had our stop rate. We had our displacement below a short-term low. For our market structure shift, we had a fair value gap. I entered there and I got out. Was not able to catch the whole move because I got stopped out in here. And what I want to remind myself is that when I anticipate price to drop in a certain or go up or go down in to a certain level, that I always want to allow for a at least a 50% retracement. Sometimes it'll go to 618, sometimes it'll go to 702. Um, but I gotta remember that. So had I done that initially, I had my stop here. I would have been able to participate on a larger move. But like I said in my video on Monday, I don't want to be in front of the computer all day. And yes, while I would have been able to, participate on a larger move, it was like I was profitable. It was fine. So I'm showing this to show that from the top of the morning to the end of the day, it all started with this 2022 YouTube model. And I also had pointed out in here, there were like, I think about three more models that set up for the short to go down. So that was Monday. Then on Tuesday, yesterday, I did not do a recording from yesterday because unfortunately I went on tilt. I lost my ever-loving mind for no good reason. And that's primarily the reason why I didn't trade today because I just want to give myself a break. And it's NFP week, and ICT recommends that we don't trade during NFP week, but that is for people who are what he calls neophytes and are new to trading. And price action can be a little janky, but as I'll show you today, there was a great trade and it was beautiful. It was a 2022 YouTube model. I'll show you that next. But so here, um, I wanted to point out to myself, and I did put this written in my journal, that I thought what I saw in here was the 2022 YouTube model, but I got to remind myself that when I'm in chop like this, I just need to wait for this to break up a little bit and then start to look for the model, because chances are in chop, it'll just, be running stop. So I took a couple of losses in here, but then because I was bullish on the day, I got in here at this fair value gap. It's also a BPR. But I'm just calling out the fair value gap. And the entry was like when ICT talks about precision, that's precision right there. That was like that was a really good entry. And what happens to me at this stage in the game when I trade, if I take a loss, the trade that I take next is just an effort for me to make my money back. So I made my money back and I got stopped out like right up in here. And instead of like trailing my stop, like I encourage people in the study group to do below PD arrays and just trail the stop instead of doing that, I got stopped out, and I was like, I'm okay with it, you know. But then some demon took over my soul. Here's another example of allowing a 50% retracement. So even if I would trail my stop had it here, when this dropped down here, that's, you know, there you go. But a demon took over me yesterday, and I just lost my mind. You know, I was, you know, there was all this liquidity up here from um let me see. Let me see what I was in, because we had a live call yesterday, and I was like, I got in down here, and you know, I called out, you know, this high, this high, this high, and then ultimately previous day high, which was here. And in this chop down here, I lost my mind, and I just have to really trust like what I believe the draw on liquidity to be, and not try to catch tops. That was my problem. I was like, okay, it took out, you know, a session high, and now it's going to come down. But why would I even think that it was going to come down when we took previous day low? It didn't make any sense. There were some other things on this chart, but I'm just trying to keep the chart clean and just talk about basic price action. But you know, up in here, I got chopped up. And then when it took previous day high, and oh, it went to take out previous week's high, I lost my mind. I lost my ever trucking mind. And um I just have to work on getting better control of that. I tried to bring up my executions for this, since I didn't um record the video from yesterday, but here are the executions that I put in my journal, where I mentioned I got in at this fair value gap. These were the couple of trades I took over here, like, oh, that's the model. Oh, that's the model. And then I just need to wait. I needed to wait. When it came down here, I think it wasn't the Asian low, but it was the low that was put in right after Asian, you know, so it was a major pool of liquidity. So it's like, note to self, Jamie, look for your entry after major pools of liquidity or high time frame PD arrays have been hit. I think this is a um hourly fair value gap, but then also there was a daily fair value gap that it almost filled. So I was just, Lord gee. So it's like, once I got up here, I made my money back, and then I just bailed on the trade, because there's been times where I've been in a trade where it's like, look, you can make your money back, you better get your money back, and because it's going to turn around on you. But that's when I let old or previous trades interfere with the trade that I'm actually executing on. So um I always tell people, like, being on the bigger move and trail your stop below PD arrays. And I just did not do as I encourage people to do. So here it is right here. We took out this low right here. And there you go. And this was like a bit of accumulation. Like, we did some accumulation here. It manipulated down and then just went into distribution. And basically what this is the market maker sell model that ICT talks about. Excuse me, MMXM, where, you know, you buy it up and then you sell it down, and it just comes back to the original consolidation. So, oh my God, it's so beautiful. And I really appreciated just being able to watch the market today, not have any emotions attached to it, watch price, be like, oh, okay, let me see if this is going to happen, and really vibe with it like that. So I really appreciated that. Then today, I was looking at this right here. Initially, I was looking at this on the 5 minute chart, and I was like, let me see if this is going to come up and go into this 5 minute fair value gap. In all honesty, because this is so much risk here, I would have had my entry at 50% of this fair value gap, and I would have missed the entry. But then as I was examining I just went into the lower time frames. This is why the lower time frames are so important, because I saw on the 3 minute chart that it set it up here. So again, we got our stop rate. People who were short got stopped out of their trades. Then we had a short-term low, and then we had a displacement below it. Market structure shift came into the fair value gap, and this was the entry. like pre-market. Like, of course, yeah, if you were trading during London, maybe you can find something up in is this London? Yeah, up in here. But ultimately, it's like, look at that. That is so, so beautiful. And basically we just sold off for the rest of the day. And um again here when I was watching it, check this out. Check this out. Oh God, this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. Let me see. Oh, it's on the hourly chart. Right here, when price bounced today, this is a what? Say it with me, friends. Which could have been like your draw on liquidity if you were trading it, but you got a breaker and then you got this. So a lot of times in study group, when we're talking about price and, people be like, oh my God, you're talking about all these different things. I don't know what they are. What are they? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, this is when it comes in handy to know, what am I doing? To know what you're looking at on the chart, because then you can kind of anticipate what could happen with price. So, while we were selling off down here today, it basically came to this 1 hour breaker and then had a bounce, retrace back up. And basically, I think this retracement was back up to the 618, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So we came down here, bounced, retraced back up, 618, pulled down, try to push back up, and then it just sold off for the rest of the day. So I was like, oh my God. Came here, bounced again, almost had an immediate rebalance. Looks like it came into the wick of this order block and sold off. But there was a time in here, I just really do this so I could just, gauge my evolution as I grow as a trader. Um, so I pointed out this retracement was to the 618, and then this one right here, again, like if your bias is, let's take this one here. If your bias is that price is going to continue to drop, a lot of times, as I say in a lot of my videos, all we got to do is wait for price to come up, retrace up, go to equilibrium, and then look for a um, uh, um, bullish PD array and, get in and take the trade. So for example, uh, here is, I didn't even point this out before I created when I was preparing to do this video. Again, like this 2022 YouTube model, you got a stop rate. People who are short get stopped out of their trades. You got a short-term low here, and then you got your fair value gap. It's like when I lose my mind and I get seduced by this chart and start acting like I have no sense and no self-control, I have to remember that it will show my model. I just have to wait, and it won't show it to me when I want it to. It's going to show it when it wants to. So even if, say you take that and you're only targeting, yeah, you get in at 50% and say you only need 20 points, there's your 20 point. Oh, sorry. Let's say we got in at 50%. 20 points is like right up in here. But then say you went to 50% of the breaker, that's 100 points. Like it literally dropped. Let's see, make sure we're not let's do before 1 o'clock. So yeah, 4 o'clock. So here, this is the lowest it went to. So at the very least, if you wanted 50 points, boom, you got it, But let's say you even did this. Say you went to this. How about that? That makes more sense. Okay, 50 points from this entry right here. 2022 YouTube model, no problem. So I love it so much. It's so beautiful. And I think that is all that I want, excuse me, wanted to say in this video. Um, the nice thing about this is we had taken out previous week's high. So since that's a major pool of liquidity, it makes sense that it wants to come down into a discount, even if it does want to go up. And then what I didn't measure, let's look at this right here, this retracement right here. What was that? 702? Yep. Look at that. Look at that. So it's like when you're in here and you see it come up here and it rejects off of there and then it starts to have these displacements down, it's just like it's just a matter of time before. Look at how it came back above equilibrium on this stop rate this one last time. Oh my God. Just be patient, read the charts like this Rambo, this veteran trader that we watched for trading psychology yesterday. He's like, just watch the charts. The charts will tell you what to do, and there was another video. God, I can't remember if it was who it was, but they were talking about being a predator instead of prey in the market. And when we're chasing price all over the place and thinking that we're going to catch a big move and not, being strategic and not waiting for our setup, it's going to come back to bite us. So, I think that's it. I don't want to ramble on too long, but if you made it this far, thanks for listening. And I can't wait to see how the rest of the week unfolds. If we go off of this chart here, we closed below previous day. Uh, we closed below previous day high. So the drawn liquidity is previous day low. So we took that, we met that objective. But then if we look at this price leg right here, it is highly probable that we can come down. Oh, well, there we go. We're already at 50% of that range. So then the question is, what's in here that's going to hold us up? We got our daily order block. We got this mitigation block right here. This must be, it looks like an hourly BPR nestled in there. And then we got all the way down here, this hourly fair value gap. So it'll be interesting to see what discount PD array we go to and if we're going to continue up with NFP. But the discount has been almost met. So we have to get down here, see if it gives us a market structure shift or a change in state of delivery, if it's going to continue to head back up. So anyway, I keep on saying I'm gonna stop talking, and now I'm gonna really stop talking. Thank you, Jamie. Good job. Thank you. Shout out to Sunday Study Group, especially the trading psychology call from yesterday, October the 29th. It was um, a very impactful session for me, and it's great to be in community with people who understand and go through similar things that I go through. And I'm gonna shut up because I said I won't. So, thank you, everybody. Love you so much. Have a nice day. Goodbye.